Hello, my cyber babies. It's the even more fabulous Mother Love coming to you live and in living color. The handsome fella there that's Mr. ShaqC. How you doing, Shaq? What's doing with you?
Hello, Mother Love. I'm doing good. How are you?
I am doing well. I'm glad to be up above the ground. To be honest with you,
Mhm.
I'm easy. I'm easy. I'm not cheap though. Now, if you want me, now I do cheap, and I do cheap. And only time I do cheap is when it's cheap and tawdry sex, and it must be cheap and tawdry.
Oh gosh, already.
Yeah. Oh, they see. People take life way too serious. You got to know what
Hmm.
your limit is. Got to know where your lane is. And stay in it. And at this point in our life, us just thinking about it, where else I be like, okay, that's enough of that thought. Wait, hold on, let me go ahead and fix something to eat. Oh Lord, I can't take it. You know. But nonetheless, we're here on Saturday, 5 p.m. Pacific time, 8 o'clock Eastern time, with ShaqC, who loves his mother love he and I love he. He went and got all these videos and from Forgive or Forget, and people are still saying, what happened to it? Listen, how come this is my favorite one? Well, how come you ain't on TV, mother love? I'm like, why you being indignant with me? This is a business,
Who needs TV anymore? Like
Not
TV is out.
anymore.
Nobody's
You
watching
know,
TV no more.
you could do your own thing by yourself, and we
Hmm.
don't have to be beholden to the FCC. So that's what I'm saying. Got to be cheap and hard to talk to. So we reminisce on Saturday evenings. Get a little life in us, some brevity, and sometimes just listen to people go through all kind of changes. And this was like from 22 decades ago, and it's still relevant today because we obviously don't learn from our mistakes. We figure
No.
out this, we don't. So what Shaq does, you tell him what you do.
Well, I've recorded all these episodes and I've shown the Mother Love. I never tell her what episodes I picked, and we just go through them together and we watch them together. Some of these episodes I haven't watched in a while too, so it's like
Okay.
I'm watching it for the first time too.
So who do you have on tap today, baby? And just so y'all know, I do have a
Oh.
prize. See, and I've learned to not
she,
put so
she
much makeup on my face when I talk to you because it'll be I have an
she always
eyelashes because of the eyebrows. And one time the eyelash was over my forehead, and I'm like, wait a minute, I'm watching it like, oh my goodness, this is pretty good. I remember when we were actually doing it in New York, and I would watch the show as a viewer because I didn't want to do a program that I wouldn't want to sit down and watch, that I wouldn't want my mother or my kids or my pastor and I didn't want that I had to be, I had to be all right with it. And when it got crazy, I was like, okay, now y'all need to get yourself together. And to see it now, and I always call them kids. When the kids that grew up with me, I see them now, and some of them I used to drive their school buses, and they go, "Hey, that's our bus driver." I'm like, I am no longer the bus driver. You do understand? Oh, you're gonna always be my bus driver because kids will keep you. They keep you fresh. They will keep you going all the time. And I remember I told you about this beautiful family. I mean, they were just a very attractive family. It was a mother. She had about 7 or 8 kids. She had 2 sets of twins, identical twin boys, and identical twin girls. And I could hear them. I love it when they talk about me like I can't hear. That's mother love. That's not mother love. That's mother love. That's not mother love. And she said, yes, she. One of the twin girls said, Mother Love is a dinosaur. And the other little girl said, no, she's a unicorn. You could have bought me for a quarter. I mean, I'd have gave up the whole empire. I mean, it was
mm,
just, you never know what they're looking at. And I asked her, what was a dinosaur? And the little girl said, something that's old. I said, I'm not a something, I'm a somebody. And just to watch her face. And she was like, yeah, that kind of makes sense. And they were just cool. And their mother was very gracious. And when we were in Costco, I told you, man, my husband dated in a Costco. That's what we do. We go on Saturday to eat the biscuits and the chips. That's what we do.
you gotta do the free samples.
Oh yeah, We
Sample
we are back
tour.
to free sampling. So what's going on now? Tell us what we're doing today. Who you got
Well,
for?
this is an episode that you guys did a few times, where people would come on the show who already came on the show,
Mm-hmm.
and they all got an empty door, but they decided to come back on the show and try again. So these are some people who are already on the show, but they're
Mm-hmm.
coming on to see if they could try it again.
Well, this will be very interesting. I'm ready.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
All right.
Let's
I'm ready. All right.
Welcome to Forgive or Forget. Well, you wanted it and you got it. Often, our most talked about guests are the ones who go away unforgiven. The empty door, the black curtain. However you phrase it, many of you have contacted us asking us to update you on what happened to our guests after the show. Well, today's the day. We're bringing back the most unforgettable of the unforgiven. How could anyone forget our first guest, Jose Alicia? Take a look. Last time I was on the show, I made my desires pretty obvious.
I'm in Times Square to tell the city.
No, to tell the whole world
that I love Mike Montez. Look, I even got his name tattooed on my arm. Look at my camera, look at my face. Mike, I love you. Why won't you love me back already? I want you, but I won't give up. Mike, I love you.
I'm here today and I brought you all this way to tell you that I love you. That I love you and I want you to be with me. Not nobody else, with me. And I'm hoping that today before I leave, I hope you walk through that door. Well, things didn't go the way I hoped. All right, Jose, you came all this way. Let's open that door. I made a choice. I said to myself, regardless how much it hurts me, this is my last option to bring them all the way to New York, and I'm going home alone today.
I just want to let you know that I'm not coming through this door, only just to let you know I don't want to risk our friendship, which I think we have. I don't want to risk it over a relationship right now.
Well, I'm back because, Mike, it's not over until I say it's over. Mike, I love you. Mike, remember that song? I love you. I'll never give up. And I tried to talk to her, and Jose is back today. Jose, come on out here with us. I want you to know America has fallen in love with you, and they all want to know what has been going on since you and Mike walked away from this show and he left you at the door. Well, I'm going to be honest with you, Mother Love. Ever since I got back after the show, it was cool. We flew back and everything seemed okay. But when we got back, we got sexually intimate again. I guess that we got sexually intimate again. And I got to see him once in a while, you know, here and there. And as a matter of fact, about last week, he stopped by my house. Well, me being arrogant and dumb, he needed some money. So I gave it to him, being his sugar daddy that he calls me, you know. So I gave it to him. So now I'm doing a closing at the end of November on my house, and he's supposed to be moving in with me. Now, today... Wait, hold on, because we got to hear all of this. Jose, should I sit down for this? Wait a minute, could you, young man, just hold my hand. Okay, hit me with it. What are you doing now after the closing of your home? Well, he wants to move in with me, and I'm going to let him. But Mother Love, but I'm here again today, and today is going to be the last straw, because you know what? When I get back home, if he doesn't walk through that door, I got somebody ready to remove his name off my body. You're going to have the tattoo taken off. So wait a minute. What are you telling me? You go back, you're intimate with him. When you said, okay, if he's not going to be my friend, okay, we can't be lovers, okay, fine. You were cool with that.
I was.
So now you go back, you're telling me that you were intimate, and so are you trying to find out if he still just wants to be your friend or your friend?
Well, you know what? On the last show, he said, well, if y'all saw the last show, he said that he could see his friend as a forever. But from my understanding, the best of friends become the best of lovers. And you know what? I'm not only a best friend. You need to give me something up already.
So
That's it. That's it.
okay, now, Jose, I'm just trying to get this clear because I don't want to get any mixed signals. Is that what you think Mike is giving you, mixed signals? Is he saying, okay, I can love you when I need something, when I want to be close to you, when I need some money, but I'm still not going to be your main person?
You know what? I know they're mixed signals, but it's cool. It's real cool because you know what? I let myself go for that. But you know what? I'm back here again because of you and because of everybody that saw me and felt my pain. Because of that, I go to the clubs where I perform at, and people come up to me and they tell me, oh, were you on the Mother Love show? And I say, yeah. She look, I felt your pain. I said, you didn't feel it when I was up in that door.
Okay.
So, you know what I'm saying? No.
That was all by yourself. Well, even though you got a light heart about it, your heart was broken. Okay, well now you got chance number 2, Jose. Tell Mike right now, straight on, how you feel and what you want today. No, right here.
Well, Mike, I brought you all this way, and I'm letting you know right now that if you don't come through that door today to be with me, when I get back home, your name's coming off me. And second, about you moving in with me, no. There's no more me and you, okay? Because you know what? Coming to the Mother Love show, I saw plenty of people. You know what? They can give me what you can't give me.
Woo! Mike?
Yes?
Mike, you know how your friend feels. You take a moment to think about what you want from your relationship with Jose. You just think about it, what you really want and what you're willing to give him. Now, Jose, you know how this works, and you've seen it happen once before. What if Mike doesn't walk through this time?
You know what? One time I saw your show. A girl didn't forget her sisters, and she stood back there. But later on, she ran out through that black curtain. But you know what? I ain't even trying to run back in that black curtain, because you know what? I'll sit here with pride today and take it the way I got to take it. So that's the way I'm going to do it.
Oh, what do you think before he goes to the door?
I feel like I was in an episode of ER, just flung from one wall to the other wall. I love him. And, you know, I'm willing to say this all out in public, all and to all the people, and I'm gonna do it again. I mean, how? I don't know if he's a glutton for punishment. I don't know. I you know, when you go through all of that, you gotta be more to, you know, something positive to come out of that. And I'm like, see, that's why you don't play with people's emotions. You can't play with that.
Right.
You know, because this will come and bite you on the buttocks multiple times. So,
And you can't expect people to do what you want to do just because you're asking them. You can't expect them to go to be at your beck and call. I don't know. It just seemed like you're.
well, see, he said, Jose said Mike calls him his sugar daddy. You know, and you gonna be the sugar daddy, and you giving him money, but you're sending. I think he's sending too many mixed messages. I mean, yeah. I think you would have to think about what that's gonna cost. Because nah, I don't want to be. I want to be prejudgmental, but you know I'm prejudgmental. Mm-hmm. Okay, hi, Mother Love and Shaq. How you both feeling tonight? I'm feeling with my hands. You still looking beautiful, Mother Love. Thank you. Watching you every Saturday night. We love you, baby. Thank you so much for participating with us. Okay, now let's see what Jose and Mike.
All right, Jose, Alicia, let's try this one more time. Open that door. Okay, Jose, head is up. Let's talk to Mike. Mike, you've done this to him twice. Tell him why.
Tell him why. It's funny how he could say that we're moving in together. It's kind of funny how all this is coming out right now. This is news to me. It's news that we did something after the show. That's something new. Maybe that's in your head. You know what? You crossed the line.
You know what? No. Hold him up. You know what? Let me tell you something. You know what? Don't put up a front because you know what? Many people are watching back in Chicago. You know what? Let me tell you something. I know you ain't with me because I'm fat. But you know what? I got something for you. You know what? I got something for you because you know what? You think you all that. You think you all that. But you know what? Look at me. Because I look good, all right? I'll tell you that. You see this? Look at this. But hold on. Jose, sit back down. Hold on, everybody. Hold on. Wait a minute. Just a minute. Mike, are you telling us that Jose is sitting out here making this up?
Him, of all people, should not be saying that I think that I feel good about myself. Him, of all people, should know that I don't feel good about myself. Okay? And first of all, I don't think I look good, okay? I have a lot of low self-esteem about myself, okay? I thought you were my friend, okay? This is not a friend. This is not what you call a friendship, okay?
Also, what you say, hold on, let me tell you something. You're telling me that over all the 1 year that I've known you, that you've been afraid to me? You know what? Let me tell you something. You need to go work right back on Halstead, honey, because you know what? Sugar daddy, I'm not no more. That's it.
He didn't give him out.
Thank you for coming back. We'll be right back.
They just both wanted to be right. They both wanted to be right. And when you start, and that just ripped the line of communication open because I'm writing what I'm saying, and he opened up and said he was having self-esteem issues.
Right. And I didn't even want to listen to him. I don't know. It just felt like he was putting on for the Jose was putting on for the audience a little bit. Did you feel that?
Not a little bit.
Yeah.
A lot of it. And we were all feeding into that, and we were egging him on. You know, when I look back at it in retrospect, but that's what he wanted. What he wanted was to be right. He wanted to and see how they love Mother Love. We've been on here before and got humiliated, and I'm going to take a chance and go again. And the same thing. Would you have been humiliated in a situation like that?
No, like no means no sometimes. Ain't you take no for an answer?
or I'm like you said, I want you at my beck and call. Okay, so that only works if we are both at each other's beck and call. That's called
two to tango.
And you'll need on other people. You don't know what somebody is going through. You really don't. You know, and Mike seemed really upset that he got up and walked off. So wonder how they're doing now.
I do, yeah.
I don't know. Okay, what's going on next? Oh Lord, you be coming up with some stuff.
Yeah, this is some
We was doing
with former guests whose first appearances on our show ended with empty doors. See if you remember Anna Dove and her daughter-in-law Rachel. Anna, I tried to love you, and you treated me like crap. You blame the crime your son has committed on me, and you need to quit blaming me. That's my daughter-in-law, Rachel. I brought her here to demand an apology. She does not care. She is a self-centered individual, evil person. She thought that she married a family of money, but she didn't want to be part of his life. To please allow me to see my grandchildren above everything else, let me see my grandchildren. Rachel has done nothing but put my family through pure hell. I regret the fact that I allowed my son to marry this lady at 17 years old. I only wanted to go on his wishes because she was pregnant. And now I find out just the other day, if my close friend heard, I will not give the name, that Angelina may not even be my granddaughter. On that show, I didn't get what I wanted, and things have gotten worse. But today, I'm back, and this time, let the facts speak for themselves. Anna, we have your daughter-in-law, Rachel, joining us backstage. Tell us what's been going on since the show. Since the show, Mother Love, things have gotten worse. I was charged with a telephone communication warrant. I showed up Saturday to court. She had a no-show. She didn't show up. This is the second time I've been arrested and no-shows. Wait a minute, is that like telephone harassment or something? Yes, Mother Love. What do you want from her today? If things have gotten worse, have you seen the children?
No, Mother Love, since the show, I've still not seen the children. I don't get to see them. They can't call me. They don't call me. She makes no effort. My son has not seen the children. She makes no arrangements for anyone to take children to see the father. So at this point in time, like I said on the other show, it's got to where, does any of these children belong to me? Because at one time I thought one didn't belong to me.
So now you're questioning the paternity.
Yes,
you don't even think that they're your grandchildren anymore?
Well, I still do. I think maybe one of them is, but I always thought one wasn't. But at the same token, I would love for them to be my grandchildren. I feel they were my grandchildren. I've always wanted them in my life, and I've been denied.
Well, let's talk to Rachel. Rachel, this whole big thing was started because you are married to her son. Now she doubts that these are her grandchildren. Does she have any reason to doubt?
There's like a 50% chance that my daughter is not his, and there's a chance that my son's not. But he knew going in, he just did that when she signed the marriage license. He knew, and it was supposed to never come out, and it did.
That's not true,
That is
Rachel.
true.
That's not true.
That is
the
true.
only reason why I signed
How do you know
my
he
son to
wasn't
marry
there?
you, Rachel,
You think you
was
know
because
everything.
you were
You don't
pregnant.
know nothing.
Under his request is why I did that.
Okay.
I knew there was something funny about
you. He lied to you. We
no,
both lied to
you
you
lied.
back
You have
then.
been a total liar, deceitful person through this whole 9 years.
Wait a minute, so do you feel like, wait just a minute, hold on for a minute. Anna, do you feel like that they got you to sign for him, because you had to sign for him to get married?
Yes, Mother Love, I did.
Because he was underage.
Yes, Mother Love.
Do you feel that you signed for Rachel and your son to get married, and that she was being deceitful because you did it because she was pregnant, and now she might not have been pregnant by your son? That's what you say.
No, Mother Love, that's what I'm saying. She said that the child was my son.
Right.
She told me that.
So you signed the papers for them to be married?
Because I thought that was the right thing to do. My son asked me to do this because that was the right thing to do. He wanted to stand up for his responsibility to be a father, which he has still tried to do today, and you deny him. And that is where it's at. There is no more lies, no more. I have the facts.
My kids
I have the facts.
Because
You keep calling
I
the
don't want my
parole
kids in your
board.
family.
You've called the parole board.
Believe that.
He's
Oh, wait,
made
I
for
got a
life.
question.
Please don't
Is
go
he
there.
still in jail?
Yep.
Yes, Mother Love, he's coming home to Mother.
Yep. We've got to take a break. You know, we will take this break, but you know there's so much more to this story. When we come back, the paternity test results will reveal if Anna was right to suspect that her son is not the father of Rachel's children. You stay right there. We'll be right back.
Oh, see, I forgot we did a show like that. You are not the father.
Oh.
I mean, how do you just not know? You know, and we've seen this happen time and time again.
Right.
Where it's disruptive in families, you know, and people, they're so selfish. I mean, if there's a 50-50 shot that this is not your husband's child, so you're lying, he's lying, everybody lying. So when does the truth come out? You got to go get a paternity test, and then you put all your business out here on Front Street
on TV.
You just got to get it out. You just got to get it out. And see, this is another couple. They just want to be right. I'm telling you. And then I heard in that yelling where she said, well, he knew it was a 50-50 chance this might not be his child.
That's crazy.
and we know, you know, and you know how you can always tell from the feet. Look at their feet. You can always tell by the feet. Look at the baby's feet.
I never heard of that.
Baby feet, and when babies are born, a lot of them are born with, you know, very fair skin, but you can see around the edges of their and the tips of their ears where they're gonna be chocolate like me. I've seen it happen. So she's coming to you, and this is your mother and your mother and your mother and your wife, and they screaming and hollering. What kind of dynamic does he have between the two of them? It would be my concern. And why use your children's pawns?
Yeah, I don't know why he isn't stepping up and saying, "Hey, stop fighting over this. Let's find out." But I don't know.
See, people don't understand. I tell you, do not play with people's feelings and their emotions, and you cannot make an informed decision on a lie. That right there throws it out the window. Okay, let's see what they said. Rachel and her mother-in-law.
Yes. Seem a little familiar because we're following up on some of our most memorable guests, the ones who left with an empty door. Anna Dove and her daughter-in-law Rachel's family feud is still raging and is in full swing. Now, Anna even doubts that her son is the father of Rachel's children. But a paternity test is about to settle that once and for all, because I have the results right here in me fat little mitt. You ready for this?
Just know, love, I am. It's been a long time coming.
Oh. Here we go. The paternity test showed that Charles Dove is not the father. Wait a minute. He is not the father of Angelina, but he is Charles Jr.'s father.
I figured that.
Charles Dove is not the father of Angelina Dove. This test is 99.7% accurate and will hold up in a court of law. Based on testing results obtained from analysis of 9 different DNA probes, the probability of him being Angelina's father is 0.000000000. There is no chance that he is Angelina's father. Nope. Now, Charles Dove is the father of Charles Jr. That is your grandson, Anna. And she has not shared one bit of love 99%. Not 99 one bit of love. Yeah, it's an accurate test, Rachel. I'm talking about she has never showed just a minute. Love. Let me finish. It'll hold it for the court of law. Yep. Under these 9 different DNA probes, the probability of your son being the father of your grandson is 99.996%.
She has never been a part of Bubby's life. So never. She's always treated Angelina like she was. But Bubby, she shows that, oh, he ain't my grandson. He talks about the whole issue is everything.
Charles thinks that Angelina's been the father. It's crushing me. When he sees this way, I was hoping it was wrong. I thought I was wrong with Angelina. But this is good. I will see my grandson in court. I will get my grandparents' rights because I have grandparents' rights and I've got them now.
That's just something different.
I know.
Take it to the back, girl.
You always said he wasn't your grandson. How do you feel now?
Take it to the back.
How do you feel now?
Take it to the back.
How do you feel? I thought he wasn't your grandson.
Take it to the back.
Anna, you knew that Angelina was a 50-50 chance.
No.
I was told
Angelina was 75%. And I didn't want to believe that. And I
Okay, well, excuse me, lady. Excuse me.
I don't want to hear it.
Just a moment.
Because he's handicapped.
Rachel.
That's why you didn't want him to be your grandson.
You're psychotic and you need to go get some help because you have done nothing for 9 years. You need to be on that profession, what you need to be. You need to stay on there. You are so psychotic. I feel sorry for you.
Well, ladies, we have just a moment. We got a few questions and comments, I'm sure.
I just have to say to the girl with the blonde hair,
That would be Rachel.
Rachel, honestly, no offense, but you're a pig. I was like, and not for anything, but you should just keep your legs closed because that's just dirty, sweetheart.
Hey, he
dirty.
Knew there was a chance Angelina was dirty.
You had another child since my son been got again by another man.
Sure did.
Under my son's name, he's got to clear up the juvenile court when he comes out.
You're a liar.
Hey,
listen, we're dealing with this issue here. We got enough on our plate with you two.
Oh, we do.
Yes, ma'am.
Rachel, I want to know, did you know it was a 50-50 chance that your husband wasn't the children's father
My oldest daughter.
before
my
your
second
mother-in-law signed?
Yeah, me and him both knew that there was 50-50 chance.
That's not true.
He knew his mom would not sign
That's
for
not
us to
true.
get married.
You had a daughter
So that's
prior
what-
before Angelina. She wasn't even married then. She's like 14, 15 now pregnant. I'm
My
go
daughter's
there.
not pregnant.
Kimmy's
We can-
pregnant today.
Okay, and
and
there you
the
go
one
again, lying,
Angelina
Anna.
that you
There you
said
go
you was
again.
pregnant by was
There you go
supposed
again.
to be my granddaughter,
There you
and
go
I feel
again.
like she still is in my heart.
She's
and I'm
all-
never going to forgive you of all above everything you've done to my family.
He did
you
too.
will
He
pay for
did.
that, Rachel.
No. Me and
I
Susie,
will
you can't
see my
blame it all just
grandson,
me.
and you
Me
won't
and him
like
both
it,
knew-
but I
we
will
knew you
have
would
my
not
way
sign,
in
and
court
he's
on
right.
this one. I will win it.
Excuse me.
Excuse me.
Thank you. Yes,
I have a question for Rachel.
that's Rachel.
Do you really love your husband?
Now I don't. He's been locked up for like 9
Do you
years.
allow your children?
And you were
Yeah.
part of it, and you were
I don't
part of
think
it.
so.
Yeah,
And you were
I
the
do love
reason
my
why he's
children.
there. You set
I
it
do
up.
love
You were
my
the trick. You
children
were
a
the
lot.
driver.
I've raised them all by myself.
You know all about it. That is your
Took my
girlfriend
own
that
home
I've
and
just
everything.
met.
Yes,
You
I do
know
love
who
my
I'm talking
children.
about.
Yeah, I
You
do
know
love
what?
my
Wait,
children.
stop. right there.
Yeah.
Because
enough.
all I hear from both of you is yip, 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 yip. Rachel, for you to say, because I recollect you being here the last time, and I don't remember you saying to us, it's a 50-50 chance that my husband might not be my son's father. Wait a minute, just a minute. We did what we thought would be the best thing to try to help you all solve this. Angelina is not Anna's granddaughter. Yeah, but while you're thanking God, you think thank God that you got two kids that you hope will be okay. Charles is her grandson, and she has the right to be involved in his life. You cannot take that away. That was your choice. Listen, Rachel, Anna, listen, I'm not going to keep asking you to be quiet. I appreciate you coming back the second time. We'll be right back after this.
That was it. See, they're not looking for a solution.
Yeah.
And down the road, and what I do, I've learned to say, do you just want to vent, or are you looking for a solution? Are you looking for a way to make this, relationship at the very least palatable, because you have family members? They don't want to, solve an issue. They just want to be scream and holler
and yell.
It'll give you a stroke by the time you're 45 years old. Because all you want to do is vent. I want you to see my pain. I want you to know how much I'm hurting. Okay, now what? You just gonna keep screaming and hollering. You're gonna see your kid. You're gonna see your kids listening to y'all screaming and hollering at each other. Their daddy is in prison. The grandmother saying that the mother is psychotic. Both of them got some kind of issues going on, and they don't even want to deal with that part. Because the mother Anna was trying to say that Rachel was the reason why her son was in jail. It's just so many different, strings and things to pull, and so many different layers that they don't even want to stop and get to what the real root is. I want to be right. Okay. Do you want to be right, or do you want to live well and in peace? And see, that's too much chaos. That is just entirely too. That takes too much energy to be that angry all the time. And people can hold grudges forever. Now, this is 26 years ago, so her kids are like good and grown now. So, and I wonder if they were able to get through that. I hope they were, because that was just a whole lot of crazy right there. That was just a whole lot of, I just want to be right. And sometimes you just got to look, how much crazy are you going to let this go for? I'm tired already. Oh Lord, that take a lot of energy. See, that's why you want a solution, or do you just want to vent? I'm gonna let you vent. Okay, that's enough of that. We'll be right back.
That's it. Let's go.
Let's go to the next one.
All right.
Today, we're honoring our viewers' demands and checking back in with our most unforgettable guests whose loved ones sent them home unforgiven. You might remember this next guest. Oh, I know I do.
Last time I was here, I acted like a big jerk.
I'm going to tell you something. I think you are a sanctimonious, self-righteous, arrogant individual. And just because you blood does not give you and any other brother or sister or mother or father carte blanche to mess over somebody just because they're in your family.
I had done some pretty rotten things to my sister.
As a toddler, around the age of 3, I remember we had like real tall oak trees where I'm from, and he'd leave me hanging in the tree, and it would be like incredible heights. He'd leave me in the closet locked up for hours, nothing to eat. He just came in totally enraged. My son was about a year when this occurred. He came in and just kicked us out.
Well, I tried to apologize, but I just got myself in more trouble.
How do you expect for me to really just come on stage now and give you a great big hug and just wipe everything away?
She probably felt like you could have been a better brother to her, that you didn't have to threaten her. You'd have to drag her all the way to California, put her and her baby out.
Here I am, back at the door. This time when it opens, I hope my sister's standing there.
Now that was the very stubborn Douglas Webster and his sister Julia Brister. Douglas is back with us today. Douglas, come on out here.
Like, why you gotta boo them? When did they get out there? Find out.
There's a whole new group, Douglas, and you're getting booed. Now, Douglas, tell us what's happened with you and your sister since the show.
All right, first I want to say, Mother Love, you went straight off the hook.
And you know what? I'm not going to hold my head down because you know I should have been standing on your shoe top.
Alrighty then. But, I want to say that, with what you said, me being self-righteous, arrogant, and I was being that stubborn and everything else. But, listening to you and once I got back to California and I had the opportunity to look at the show and really see myself and see what I was doing and where I was being wrong and stop. And it helped me to realize that the world does not revolve around Douglas.
So now, having said all that, how have you changed?
I've changed tremendously, and another thing that helped me to change, I didn't realize that so many people watch your show, but I went to the supermarket and one of the clerks was walking. I walked in the door and I noticed him staring at me, and every aisle I went down, he went down. And I was like, I hope the brother don't think I'm trying to steal. And sooner or later he walked up to me, he said, "Weren't you on the Mother Love show?" I said, "Yes." He said, "I don't like you, you mean."
You know not to come half-stepping with me.
Right.
Well, Douglas, we contacted your sister Julia. Let's see if she's decided to be behind the door this time for you. Go over to that door. All right, Douglas Webster, let's open.
You say?
Oh, no, I was just saying I was trying to peep up under the door to see if I could tell.
Oh.
What made me think I could do that?
Open that door again. Hi, Julia.
How are you doing?
So this is better.
Yes,
Making
it's better.
progress.
It's a major improvement.
So tell me what's been going on since the show.
What's been going on? I got a phone call from him a few days after our show aired, showing us on there, and he wanted to come over and speak to us. Speak to me. My son was there, but he wanted to speak to me about calling a truce and making peace and getting to know each other and building from the beginning to learn about each other, learn everything about me, because he really didn't know anything about me. Nothing simple like my favorite color or my favorite food or what I dislike or my personality. So we talked a lot upon those lines and really going to the basics and learning about each other to build a relationship, because we've never had one.
So how's that going? Is it going pretty good?
It's going good.
She invited me over and we ate spaghetti the other night.
It's not. It's going good.
He said it's going good. You going well if we working on it.
But I don't want him to sit up and sugarcoat everything, because
you know me.
We still have our little bumpy roads, so let's be real about everything.
And in as much as we're being real, you are making progress, though.
Yeah, we are definitely.
And do you believe
progress.
that you and he can build a positive relationship as brother and
sister? The thing that I pointed out was that we just need to put all foolishness behind us, because we are blood related, and it's really crucial. You never know if you're going to be here tomorrow or not.
Absolutely.
So it's best to put everything aside and be a real person.
One thing I've learned, I have to say, in all honesty, Douglas, you seem like a different person. You seem like that you've opened up your heart and you're willing to at least try. And that's what I ask from everybody. Just try. That's a good thing, Julia. Thank you very much. And you're not as arrogant and as egotistical now.
I just want to tell you, never underestimate the power of forgiveness.
Never underestimate it. Thank you very much. We'll be right back.
That's what's on the back of my shirt. See, when we work on it, and relationships are work, And especially, you know, we grew up, all of my brothers and sisters, we all grew up together. We were all teenagers at the same time. And it was a 7-year difference between my older sister and my younger sister. And there's 6 of us. There were 6 of us, and wanted to know each other, you know, and they don't want you. And you, a lot of times, your family and friends, your family will think, well, you my brother, you my sister. I could talk to you any kind of way. I could treat you any kind of way. And I was like, that doesn't make a lot of sense. Would you want me calling you out your name all the time? One of my favorite relatives, she would not call me by my name. She always called me some kind of derogatory name, and I just started ignoring her. And she was like, why are you not paying attention to me? I said, because you're not calling me. I'm not going to answer you. That is not my name. You cannot call me by my name. Don't talk to me. Oh, you think you somebody. No, I don't think I'm somebody. I know I'm somebody. And I'm somebody to be respected, and you want me to respect you. And she, well, I'm your elder. That don't give you the right to talk about me like a dog. Are you insane? And you just supposed to take it. Oh, well, that's my brother. That's my sister. And we learned from a long time ago. Our mother used to say to us, you better be nice to your brothers and sisters. And this is before we even knew that you could transplant an organ. And she used to say, you better be nice to your brothers and sisters. You never know when you might need a peace part from them. I was like, a peace part? Kidney donations, blood, marrow. I mean, because I didn't know anything about that. And we can treat our brothers and sisters and cousins and aunts and uncles and children with such disdain, you know, which just, see. And you've got a pretty decent relationship with your family, yes?
Yeah, pretty decent. Well, with my dad and with my dad, yeah.
But that's good. Guys need their father. I always tell people I could have been on the front page of the mommy book. I could not teach my son anything about being a man, and not a black man in this country. I was like, I've done my part. Now this is your lane. This is that's your responsibility to teach them that, and not be bullying. Because parents will bully you, your kids at school will bully you, you know, and you want to be able to come home to some peace. And to not have that with your family, that could take a big toll on you. You know, you got to walk on eggshells. I don't know if she's going to go off today. I don't know if he's going to throw the garbage can down the stairs. I don't know what's going to happen. Oh, I'm having a flashback. Okay, I'm back now. So what are your thoughts on, you know, making sure that you keep, you know, you don't have to just like love them like for no reason, but to have a cordial relationship, you know, when you call them, you know, and I tell them, don't call me only when you need something.
Right, yeah, because that's you taking advantage of your family, and you can't be doing that. Like, your family's a family. You can't change that. You can't buy them. Like, they are who you are. You didn't choose them, so you have to, you know. I'm not saying like you have to reciprocate, treat them how you want to be treated.
Right.
You know, so
and that's not so much done anymore. People just want to talk to you any kind of way now, and they think, you know, well, we could say anything we want to say to you, and there's going to be no backlash. And I mean, we went through this whole thing with the whole Karen situation when people were just, you know, calling up the police and saying, oh, well, there's a black man in the park walking his dog, and I feel threatened. What? You mean tell me that's what you're doing with your time in your life? We got other things to do than to sit up and be ridiculing and be talking down to one another. We got other stuff to do. Our life is just too darn.
And having taxpayer money go to you wanted your feelings being caressed.
I'm like, can we please put on our big girl panties and our big boy boxers and act like adults here? Well, an adult, as much of an adult as I can act. That's what I'll do. I can't be a full grown adult. That adults, they take life way too serious, and I'm not doing all of that. So we got another one.
Yep.
Oh, and we're ready to go. That was a good one, though.
Wondering what happened to some of our most unforgettable guests, that we brought them all back here to find out what's been going on since their last appearance on our show. This next 15-year-old had my blood boiling. Remember him? Why are you so terrified of your own son?
Well, Mother Love, I'll tell you, he, just the other day, he punched me in the face. He pulled a knife on me.
Did you pull a knife on your mother like she said?
Yes, I did.
I just don't like the way you act. sometimes I find it hard to love you, and I don't like that feeling. You're my child.
All right, Kimberly Miller, let's open that door. Oh, you don't scare me. I got a grown son, trust me, and we've been to 15. At the rate you're going, son, you're not going to make it to 16. You need to apologize to your mother for pulling a knife on her, for putting your hand in her face, for disrespecting her home. That's what you need to do. You need to tell her that you are sorry for being so violent with her. Are you going to do that?
No.
Ronald, you are going to be escorted out of the building. You are on your way to boot camp. Thank you all for sharing. Well, young man, you saw I wasn't joking. So what kind of effect has boot camp had on your relationship with your mom?
Well, at boot camp, I wasn't, I was prepared for, this is going to be no problem. But it ended up, I'm not used to getting up at 5:30 in the morning and running every morning. And the colonel there, he was kind of cool. He worked through a lot of problems with me. I had the option, I could have just sat there and did nothing, went in there with an attitude, I'm just gonna do whatever. Mm-hmm. And as soon as the colonel yelled at me, for having my hands in my pocket, I realized there was no joke and that this ain't as easy as I thought it was gonna be.
Mm-hmm. So what did you learn from boot camp, Ronald?
That my mom is not gonna be around forever. I know sooner or later I'm gonna have some children and they're gonna want to see their grandmother. And if I get into a big fight with her and I never want to see her again, I realize, my children are gonna do the same thing.
Aha. Do you have any regrets about the way you treated your mom?
The biggest regret I have is not apologizing to her last time.
Is that why you're here now?
Yes, ma'am.
You seem to have straightened yourself out, but you weren't behind the door for your mother the last time. Let's see if she's behind the door for you today. Go take your place over there, Ronald. All right, Ronald Miller, who had a rude awakening, let's open that door. This makes it all worth it. Hi, Kim.
Hi.
So how's it? Oh my goodness, you're in tears. So what's Ronald like at home now?
It's not 100% different.
Oh, wait, before you even go into that, first, he owes you something. There's something he wants to say to you. Tell your mother, Ronald. Look at her and tell her. And just let it come.
Mom, I'm sorry about the way I've been acting. I'm not going to change 100%, but I am going to change what I can.
So can I ask you, is there like any one point when he was away or when he came home that made you realize he is really trying to turn his life around?
Yeah, he left on Thursday to go to boot camp, and I hadn't had any contact with him. And he called me Sunday evening, was the first contact we had from boot camp, and we talked about a few things and some communication, and the most important thing he said was he loved me, and he hadn't done that in a long time.
And that's all she wants to do is love you. Give her good reason to love you openly and honestly, and be a good son, because just like I sent your behind off the boot camp, don't make me come to your house and get you in check. I appreciate you sharing your story. Thank you, Ronald. It's good that you're turning your life around. You've got things to do and a way to go, but son, you can get them with your mother love, you will get there. Thank you both very much. It's great to see you.
I did that with mother love. I just couldn't even imagine. I come from the old school. My mother could look at you across 100 yards and look at you and make you feel like she done poured a hole right through your forehead. She ain't even got to raise her voice. When they start talking real slow and they are very methodical, by that time I'm like, well, can't you just beat me now? Because you it's too deep. Can I just can it? And to be that disrespectful, this is why in scripture and just in life in general, you got to treat people, especially your parents. Scripture says, honor your mother and your father so that your days, not their days. Not that they get that mixed up.
Their days going to be shorter.
Don't they get it mixed up? I mean, could you imagine raising your voice to your father? Raising your voice to any elder and being able to talk the next day.
Well, if I ever did that to my mother, yeah, I'd be 8 feet under, not 6 feet under. 8 feet under.
They put you 2 more feet, more feet under, and they know. Mm-hmm. It's an instinct that we have.
I just can't when these people and the kids in the store cursing at them. Oh, F you, mom! What? I'm like, oh my God, I can't imagine.
I told you about the time. This is when I started keeping bail money in my shoe. Seriously. So we're in it wasn't quite Walmart, but we're in one of those kinds of stores, okay? And so I'm standing behind this woman, and she's got a daughter, I'm gonna say maybe 8 or 9 years old. Cute as a button. Okay, so the mother's putting her stuff up on the conveyor belt, and I'm standing there, my son is in the shopping cart, and the mother said, no, you're not getting those shoes. And she took them off the conveyor belt. The little girl slammed the shoes back up on the conveyor belt. The mother pulled them off. The little girl balled her fist up and punched her mother in the back.
What?
I had an out-of-body experience. I snatched this little girl up so fast and so tight, it wasn't even funny. I didn't even give her a chance to unball her fist. And I had got a fist like this. Now she all scared of me. Now and like I told her, I said, this is the woman you're going home with. This is the one you need to learn to respect. When she tells you no, you don't get no rebuttal. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I'm talking to her like, do you understand what I'm saying to you, little girl? So the mother turns around, she can hear me, and the mother turns around, little girl, like, help me. The mother turned back around. I just kept on with her stuff going through the conveyor belt. I said, and then I went, Lord Jesus. That's when I knew God watch over old folks, babies, and fools. And I was a fool that day. I was like, what?
Right, because you never know. That mother could have been like, oh, get away from my child.
Put them in check. Put them in check. It happened on a plane. We're on an airplane. And see, that's what I don't like flying in the first place. And so, but we sit on the plane and we're like right behind first class. And there's a little girl. She couldn't have been no more than 7 or 8 years old. She's sitting by the window. And I'm sitting by the window. And she kept kicking my chair. And I told her, I said, baby, stop kicking my chair. She kicked it even harder. I stood up. I turned around. I said, you better not put your foot on the seat again. The whole plane heard me. The whole plane. She took her little toy, balled it up, and threw it up against the window. I said, you better pick that toy up. You better fix this for me. That's what she said to her mother. I said, push that chair one more time. I better not hear you, not another peep out of you until this plane land. They were like, thank you. Because she was terrorizing the whole plane. I mean, she was just so disruptive. And the mother was there like, I don't know what to do. I can't control my child. This is a child. You the one paying the rent in the house note. You the one putting the food on the table. I wish I would have anybody living in my house and they think they're going to slam a door. No. See, that's what's wrong with these kids right now. Too many of them think they're entitled and they should just have everything and I have to work for it. They don't understand what it means to have to get down and dirty and understand what hard work is. Oh, no, I should just be entitled to this. Why? Who died and left you, boss? And they couldn't get that one. I had to listen to that one like several times. Well, who died and left you, boss? And I was like, well, do somebody got to die for me to tell them what I should do? We just got to we have to start being the adults in the room, the grown-ups in the room, and stop giving these children all kind of outs. Let them understand what the school of hard knocks is about, because you won't always be around the cushion. They got to learn how to manage success and failure. And it's all right to fail. Because that means you could get up and try something else, or get up and do it again, get up and do it again. No, it just shouldn't be handed to you. I'm like, really? I mean, when we go into school, that was our job. My mother said, you don't pay the rent, you don't pay the water bill, you don't buy the food. I do that. Your job is to go to school and get the best grades you can. I expect nothing but this from you. And I was like, okay. So it wasn't about, flunking out of school and getting C's and D's and F's, or getting what do they call them? A participation ribbon.
Oh yeah.
No, ribbon. Did you come in first, second, or third? No, I don't care nothing about that. You gotta try harder. Oh, you're just being really hard on them. They gotta understand what it means to not have things go their way. I wish you would fall out and have a fit on me. My son fell out on me one time and had a fit. Another out of body experience. I just fell down on the floor with him and started twirling around the floor like the Three Stooges. And I was just, no, you can't have it. No, you can't have it. No, you can't have it. He got up off the floor and he said, Mommy, please get up. You embarrassing me. I didn't even know the child knew what embarrassed meant. We never had that problem after that. See, sometimes you got to go back crap crazy on them. You don't have to hit them. You don't have to be screaming and hollering at them. You got to be calling them out their name. You just got to let them know who is running the show. And like I said, I don't care if you're 12. If you feel like you want to, you can go out here and take up care of the responsibility. You can leave at 12, but take everything you bought. But I was 16. The only thing I had bought was not what you get put out in the wintertime in Ohio. So you got to watch what you say and watch how you treat people. So now what's doing? So this was quite enlightening. I told you I had my tissue right here. I was ready.
Yeah.
You do this to me every week. And every week I say, when I got to the point, I'm like, okay, I ain't even going to try to fake it through it. You know what I'm saying? So now Thanksgiving is coming up. And we want to say thank you to everybody who's participated. Thank you for giving us and letting us know that you are watching and listening to us and all of our stuff for many days gone by. It's still relevant because we all want to be loved. We all want to be forgiven. And we all need to have more forgiveness in our heart, because you can never underestimate the power of forgiveness. So now Thanksgiving is coming up. Are you cooking for Thanksgiving? Are you having a big shindig?
Well, we usually never do. Usually my uncle comes over and he watches football with my dad, and he cooks a little bit, and so yeah, we have a little something.
Well, see, that's wonderful. Be thankful for all that you have and all the people that you love, and even the ones that are hard to love. It's easy to love people that you like. Love really shows up when you love people that are hard to like. And mostly that's because they don't like themselves. So happy Thanksgiving to all of our babies. Happy Thanksgiving to you, Shaq, and your family. Just make sure you take good care of each other. Take good care of yourselves. Make sure that you're not doing stuff. Smile every day. One of my sorority sisters, Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated, she sent me this cute little paperweight, and it says, eat glitter every day so you sparkle all through the day. I thought that was so, but don't eat glitter. It's like, no, you can't eat. No, I found that out the hard way. You don't eat glitter. I'm just saying. And so I want to say thank you. Thank you to all of you. What do you want to say to people this Thanksgiving? What are you thankful for?
I'm just grateful to, obviously be alive, have breath, because, it's been almost 4 years since my mom has been gone.
90 seconds.
I just thank God that I'm still alive and I still have things to look forward to, because some people don't. So I'm just thankful for that.
Well, you know why that is, because your parents didn't make junk.
That's true.
See, and when you come from good stock, so we're both in the same situation with our mothers being in heaven, and I'm still scared of my mom.
60 seconds.
She scared me. I'm like, oh, and they could hear you. They could hear me even before you say anything. They could hear you. It has been my true joy. Let's enjoy the holidays. I'm gonna get back to my wife, and I have to start cooking 3-4 days before Thanksgiving. They just come in and eat up all the food and pass out and snore during the football game. That's what they do. That's when you know you got a good Thanksgiving. When they
Yeah,
get
that's a good
food,
full
they like,
dinner.
I just got to go to sleep. We listen. We have a great time. You have a great time. Know that we love you. And remember this, babies. No matter how big or tall, short or small, thick or thin, it matters not what skin you're in. Everybody needs some other love now and then. Go and love up on some people. Peace and blessings to all of you. Thank you, Shaq.